Hey everyone, I am your host, Ellie Hufana. Hello there. My name is Elizabeth Hufana. This is 60 Seconds of Fame with your host, Ellie Hufana.
Wow, you didn't miss a shot, Gaston. You're the greatest hunter in the whole world.
Hello there. My name is Elizabeth Hufana.
You know what they say, one person cannot choose a character, the character chooses you.
I'm here to tell you that I'm your next biggest voiceover Disney star. The biggest, I say, being a vocal percussionist and majoring in audio production at San Francisco State University, I have the ability and knowledge to create a mind-blowing voiceover for Disney. I bet you know who this is. Ohana means family. Family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. And even this one, the claw. I have more where that came from and will be happy to show you better. So if you hire me, I'll ensure we will have a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious time. Big news for smilers. Gym time, baby. And which hot celebrity chops off their hair? This is 60 Seconds of Fame with your host, Ellie Hufana. Let's begin with today's top story. The Bangers Tour is kicking off in 2014 on Valentine's Day. It is going to be an outrageous show. According to Miley, quote, "The minute you step into my arena, the thing feels like you're a part of a crazy different world." Ooh, does that sound exciting? And tickets go on sale November 16th. MTV's Jersey Shore's star Pauly D is about to have what may be the biggest meeting of his life, meeting his baby daughter for the very first time 5 months after her birth. Well, did you guys figure out which hot celebrity chopped off their hair? If you guessed Jennifer Lawrence, you're right. Here's a picture of what her new punk look is, and I'm digging it. Well, that was your 60 Seconds of Fame, and everyone, keep it trill. Tired of your hair being flat and boring? I mean, who doesn't like having a little umph in their style? Want to have a jaw-breaking, neck-breaking, rockin' hot hairstyle, but can't get that volume to stay up? Get TIGI Bedhead Extreme Hold. It will give you that extra hold to make sure volume won't turn down. Take me, for example. Love what you're seeing? Shiny, still, plus the ladies and men love it, and get it now at a store near you. Good morning, everyone. I am your host, Ellie Hufana, and what a morning so far. Do you guys like adventures? Because I do. Today on my show, we have a girl who traveled across the world with just herself and her one-way ticket from England to America, Leah. Hi, Leah. Thanks for coming.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah, so we're just going to go straight into the questions. And how do you like California so far?
Oh, California, I mean, as a whole, I haven't seen much of it except for San Francisco, but San Francisco is outstanding.
Yeah?
It's amazing.
It's pretty, is it really way different from England?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I've lived in lots of cities, and this is the most vibrant, dramatic city that I think I've ever lived in.
We get that a lot here in San Francisco. And where are you originally from?
Well, I was born in Boston, Massachusetts,
Yeah.
But I moved when I was 15 to England, and then I lived in France and Germany.
Wow. Is that like a lot of shocking cultural differences?
Oh, man, yeah. When I first moved back here about 6 months ago, it was quite a shock.
Yeah?
America's quite different.
All right, so I know we work together, and I know we've been talking a little bit here and there, so I want to know, what did you come here with to America?
To America, like physically?
Yeah,
In terms of
physically.
objects? I moved here with one bag, about this big, $160.
$160.
4 days notice.
4
and
days
no
notice.
idea what I was doing.
No idea what she was doing. Jeez, that's something. And how did you get that ticket?
It was actually pretty crazy. I ended up meeting the singer to this punk band in England at a party, and we were talking, and he asked me what my life goals were, and I said, well, I just want to move back to America, but you work to live in England because it's really expensive. He's like, all you need's a ticket? And I was like, yeah. So him and his tour manager bought me a ticket, and then in 4 days' time, I said goodbye to my life and flew out.
What punk band was that?
He was in the Misfits.
The Misfits. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy
that's
situation.
That's the stuff you see on TV, right?
I know. I didn't even believe it was real. It was
Yeah?
pretty nuts.
All right. So do you like it here better in San Francisco or England?
Well, England has its charms, and I think Europe is definitely like, I mean, it's ancient, it's beautiful. London can be a bit dreary, but San Francisco, yeah, it's my favorite city in the world so far.
So, I know you mentioned to me before that you lived like in a whole bunch of places. You did mention it earlier.
Yeah.
And can you tell me about that? How many? List how many of cities, states, countries you've lived in.
I've lived in Berlin, Paris, Miami, London, obviously, Brighton, Manchester. I lived in Copenhagen for a little while. And then I guess LA for a short time, New York, Boston. Yeah, I've lived a lot of places. Both my parents are musicians.
San
so
Francisco.
San Francisco, yeah.
That's 10.
10? There's probably more, I don't remember.
And you're pretty young. I mean, like,
Yes,
living
25.
in 10 different, geez, how do you do that?
I don't know. I left home at 16, so I've always just been sort of a bit of a wanderer. I don't know. I have a wanderlust. I need to go everywhere.
I know you mentioned to me that your parents were musicians.
Yeah.
So how was that living, growing up living with parents who are musicians?
Well, it's strange because you live in their shadow a little bit, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I think, why I ended up doing a biology degree, because it was so opposite to all the artists in my family that it was my little rebellion. I was like, I'm going to be a scientist. So, yeah.
Yes.
It's good, though. It's great because I got to see a lot of things, meet a lot of people, and it gave me a pretty broad worldview, I think. So.
Yeah. Would you rather have lived that life, or would you rather have lived the life where, growing up in a house, having those memories in that one house, growing up in one school, meeting everybody, growing up with one best friend?
Yeah, like knowing your time.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely a beauty in that, but I wouldn't change anything because it got me to where I am today, and I'm pretty happy.
So, how did it end up being San Francisco and not all these other cities or states why San Francisco?
Well, my best friend lives here, who I've known since I was 7 years old. Mm-hmm. And then when he heard I landed in Boston, America, he was like, I'm flying you out. And it took a couple months, and then he flew me out here. So it was all a happy accident, I guess.
Okay, so, wow, that's really amazing. That's an adventure.
Yeah, it has been quite an adventure.
And so just tell me, what is the craziest things by far that you've seen in America?
Gosh, the overwhelming poverty in the face of great grandeur,
Yeah.
probably.
Is
That was the most shocking part, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know you mentioned about earthquakes here.
God, I think about them all the time. All the time. Yeah, it's gotten less. When I first moved here, I would stay up at night and think about them, but I'm just waiting to feel one, and then maybe I'll feel better about it.
All right. Well, if you had to choose England or San Francisco?
Oh, San Francisco.
San
Don't even need a
Francisco,
moment to think about
hands
that one. Yeah.
You got to get in that spirit, getting all the sports teams. Do you know all about that?
I don't know much about American sports, but I'll learn eventually.
All right. Well, I guess this is all that we have for today.
Oh,
Thank
thanks
you
for
for
having me.
coming, Leah.
Oh.
We'll see you later. I'll see you later at work. And I'm Ellie Hufana, and this is Leah, and we'll see you guys next week.